What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Supes channel. My name is Matt Supes Ramos, and on this channel I aim to entertain, inform, and inspire using the topic of discussion as always, which is superheroes. So guys, today I'm bringing you a brand new video about Spider-Man Brand New Day. This film is something that I've not been able to stop thinking about, especially because it feels like every day we're getting fed new set photos that just continue to gas up Spider-Man's aura more and more. And just from set photos, man, this is like, they've already finished week 2 of filming, and this is like the greatest looking movie ever, solely based off of the set photos and the quality of those photos we've gotten from the film. But today, I wanted to talk more about just the general plot of what I think the real story of this movie is going to be at its core, because we've gotten a few reports of just different things about the movie, whether it's the confirmation of Jon Bernthal's Punisher, Hulk, Scorpion also being a part of it. There's also a little bit of a plot description we've got that is officially coming from the Hollywood Reporter, so it is legit. And I want to piece together with you guys what the real story of Spider-Man Brand New Day is. So one thing we know for sure about the Tom Holland Spider-Man films is that every single one of these films has to prominently feature a hero from the MCU. That is a condition that is a part of Marvel's deal with Sony in order to share Spider-Man as a character. And if we look at Homecoming, Iron Man. Far From Home, Nick Fury. No Way Home, Doctor Strange. And now for Brand New Day, we know 2 heroes are going to be prominently featured, and it's Jon Bernthal's Punisher and Hulk. And from everything we've been hearing behind the scenes, Hulk isn't just going to be Bruce Banner. No, we are going to see a rageful Hulk in this film, which is something a lot of us have been wanting to see. But, you know, people might just take this news on the surface and say, oh, Marvel's just stacking this up to be another cameo fest, this, and that, when I think this is the complete opposite of the case, because I think both of these heroes are going to really challenge Peter Parker emotionally, and it's going to bring to life some very interesting charged interactions, considering where Peter is coming off of emotionally post No Way Home. When you really think about some of the darkest Marvel heroes that have the darkest backstories and carry the most pain with them, Hulk and Punisher are definitely some names come to mind. Now, I know in the MCU they've kind of made Hulk a little bit of a joke over the last few projects, but that's what's exciting about seeing Hulk in this project, because it seems like they're reverting him back to just a version of the character that we know and love, a version of the character that is a walking time bomb, a version of the character that carries a lot with him, and there's depth to the character and there's a darkness to him. That's something we've been wanting to see and have been missing from Hulk for a long time, and that's what I think is really exciting about seeing him in this, because we're going to get more of that because of the way it connects to the overall theme, which is Peter learning to deal with his pain, Peter learning to deal with his loneliness, and Peter learning to grieve after having lost everything and everyone he's ever loved coming off of No Way Home. I'm sure in Brand New Day, Peter is going to be, you know, still grieving and still mourning the losses he's experienced, and when he's dealing with emotions as heavy as that, someone like a Punisher, who again carries the loss of losing his family and carries a lot of pain with him, and then Hulk, who also carries a lot of darkness with him, I think Peter interacting with those characters are going to show Peter that he can take the higher route, that he's not like Hulk, he's not like Punisher, he's not a warning, he's an example. And he's gonna go about just living his life in a different way. And that's what Spider-Man is. You know, he's the GOAT of all of Marvel, and he takes the higher route a lot of the time when some heroes and some characters kind of just fall and crumble to their circumstances. And I think Punisher and Hulk may be potentially inspired to live their lives a little bit differently because of the way Spider-Man goes about things towards the end of this film. The plot synopsis that's provided by the Hollywood Reporter says, plot details are being kept under the vest, but you can bet that in mighty Marvel manner, Spider-Man, Punisher, and Hulk will all fight one another before figuring out who the real bad guys are. And obviously, that's going to provide for some epic moments, epic action. I mean, how the hell is Punisher going to compete with someone like a Spider-Man and Hulk? We all know Frank is never going to run from a fight. As a matter of fact, the more challenging it is, the more excited he's going to be to get in there and like fight someone like a Hulk or a Spider-Man. But that's going to obviously provide for some epic action. And we know that there's going to be some other, like, I guess, street level villains that are going to be a part of this film. You know, some of the villains that have been reported include Tombstone, Mr. Negative has been rumored, and then Scorpion, who we last saw in the post-credit scene of Spider-Man Homecoming back in 2017. He is the only villain who's been 100% confirmed to return. So it's going to be really exciting to finally see Spider-Man face off against Scorpion, and I imagine he's going to get the costume and they're going to battle it out, and he will be one of the prominent villains of this film. But again, tying back to what I was talking about previously, we are going to see Spider-Man, Punisher, and Hulk bumping heads with each other. And I think I would love to see, you know, when it comes to Punisher and the way he interacts with Daredevil, they are always clashing with their ideologies. They're always bumping heads in just the way they go about living their lives. And I would love to see a scene like that with Punisher and Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is a very different character than Daredevil. And I think those conversations would go a lot differently with, you know, between Punisher and Spider-Man than Punisher and Daredevil. Same thing goes for the Hulk. I hope Bruce Banner is someone who's present for those type of conversations and those bumping head interactions, aside from the action part of stuff, because that is what I'm looking forward to the most. So at the core of Brand New Day, I truly believe that this is going to be a film about Peter learning how to deal with all of the emotions he's been feeling after No Way Home, and the characters of Punisher and Hulk are very much going to challenge the way Peter has been going about things and how he can go about it in a better way and continue to grow as a character moving forward. I think that right there is going to be the core of this film. I'm sure we're going to get a ton of other reports of more characters appearing in this movie, and the film is going to just continue to grow and scale. But you know, some of the best Marvel movies are the ones that are the biggest in scale, but intimate at their core and personal and emotional. And I think that's what this movie needs to be. It sounds really exciting. And again, it's just going to be really exciting to freaking follow this film, talk about every single thing that comes out about it. And I want to thank you guys for joining me on the journey, and let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think is going to be the core story and the core focus of Spider-Man Brand New Day? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure to like this video, comment down below, subscribe, hit that bell notification on my channel to get notified for future videos. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching this one. I love you guys 3000, and I'll see you guys next time.